everyone. Welcome to this free webinar. It is basically a guide to getting a graduate admission and scholarship in Canada. We might give a little tips here and there concerning other countries like UK, and maybe United States or Australia. But the essence of this webinar today is solely for Canada, okay? And this is not for undergraduate scholarship. It is for graduate admission and scholarship. So you already have your BSc and you want to go through your master's in Canada, this webinar is for you. All right, so let's get right into it. Welcome to Get a Master's Degree Plus Scholarship webinar. My name is Vodina West. I am an immigration consultant with over 12 years experience. I am the founder of Abakari Luxury Citizenship and Travels, and I am also a bounce back coach. I have been doing travels for 12 years, but as a business, I have been doing it for just about 6 to 7 years. Now, what do I mean by that? Personally, I process all my visas to any country that I want to go. And far back as 12 years ago, when I had my first child, I traveled for a conference in the United States, and I processed my visa from the beginning to the end. Then when I had my second child in the United States, I had my third child in the United States, and I had my fifth child in the United States. All those processing, I did it all by myself. But I noticed that I usually always get two questions whenever I do this. Number one is, who helped you process your visa? And number two is, why did you come back to Nigeria? So for me then, those questions sounded really, senseless. Who helped you process your visa? I'm like, I did it myself. I went to the bank, made my payment to GTB, brought my slip, sat down in front of my computer, and I filled the forms, and that was it. Chose the date, went for my interview, came back, and I traveled. So those are things I was doing because I felt I needed to do it. I didn't even know I could get an agent to do that for me. So, I usually get, help me, do it for me. And I was doing it, I was just doing it, okay? But these things just kept happening and kept happening. It started taking my time, and I decided to do you know what? I have to turn this into a business. So I'm not really going to say travel was a passion. I was speaking to a friend or a colleague, and I told her, for me, travel is a business, and helping people get back on their feet, helping people bounce back is a passion or a calling or a ministry. Let's get right into it. So I love to see people make progress by audaciously pushing hard towards leaving their stagnated points. I love to see progress. I love to see you make movement. I love to see you achieve whatever you have set in your mind to achieve. So if getting a scholarship or studying abroad or migrating to Canada means progress to you, I will be super honored and glad to help you bring that dream alive. Now, who is this webinar for? Anyone who wishes to further their education in Canada, but you don't know how to go about it, or you don't have money to finance that dream, or you have lost money trying this process. You have done a lot here and there. You have spent money here and there, but you still haven't made any reasonable progress. This webinar is for you. Or maybe you just wish to migrate to Canada, either as an individual or as a family, but you don't know how to go about it. You don't have the money to finance that dream, or you have lost money trying this process but haven't made any reasonable progress. This webinar is for you. Now, I know for sure that not everybody listening to this webinar really wants to go to school. Yes, I know that. All right. So if you actually want to study, this is great for you. But if you feel you're just looking for an affordable route to migrate to Canada, this webinar is also for you. Okay. In this webinar, we're going to discover what it takes to get admission and scholarship in Canada. Now, why Canada is the preferred destination for a master's program? Why is this webinar not for UK or any other country? Now, those countries are great. They also offer scholarship opportunities, but these are the reasons why we are choosing Canada. Number one, there are so many scholarship opportunities available in Canada. Is that okay? There are a whole lot of them. Now, secondly is the availability of postgraduate work permit after your study. Now, that is why for those of you that just want to migrate, I normally advise you do a 2 years master's program. We'll get that into it because it has a way of extending your postgraduate work permit. What does that mean? Is you being able to stay back in Canada after study for 2 to 3 years to work. Okay, so you do your 2 years course and you still have another 3 years to work. Now that is 5 years, enough time for you to process your permanent residency or whatever option you want to use to make your stay in Canada a legal one, right? Now, why Canada? Because Canada has value for family. You can move with your family. Canada can basically deny you a visa when they see you have left your baby behind, or maybe you're coming with your baby and not your husband. They're going to ask you, you're going to school, who's going to take care of that child? So they have so much value for family. So you can actually move with your family, all right? Now, most schools also waive the English proficiency requirements, right? So if you have a BSc, it's approved that you went to, you had a BSc from an English speaking country. It is enough proof to show that you know how to speak English. So they just waive all this. You don't have to have your IELTS or any other way of proving that you can speak English, okay? So now, how you can get this dream to become a reality is what we're going to be talking about. Now, we are going to be talking about the important things you must consider. You must consider these things for your application process to be a success. Number one, all right? Find out if the school you want to attend is approved. Find out if the school you want to attend is approved. Now, for those of you that have access to the WhatsApp link, I'm going to send you the link to how to check if that school has a DLI number, which is designated learning institution number. Okay, so I'm just going to open this document on my page. Now, does it have a designated, sorry about this. Does it have a designated learning institution number? Now, is that school approved? Why does it have to have a DLI number? If it doesn't have, if that school is not approved, after studying, you will not get your postgraduate work permit. If that university or that college is not approved, you won't be qualified to apply for a postgraduate work permit. So after your 1 year or your 2 year study, pack your bag and get out. Okay, so it is important to check before you start applying. I know there are so many schools, you just go to Google, blah, 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 schools in Canada, this course, that course, and you get a school. If the school you're applying to or the school that gave you an admission does not have a designated learning institution number, then my dear, you're just going to be wasting your time going to school. But it's okay if you just want to get knowledge and come back to Nigeria. I'm wondering why would somebody want to do that? So you click the link. The link will be underneath this video as well, and you choose the province where the school is going to be. I want to practicalize that so you don't struggle doing it. So this is going to be sent to you somewhere. I'll just copy this link and paste it. I should have opened. Okay, so if you follow through So with that link, you're gonna come to this page, all right? This is the official Canada.ca website for your immigration stuff. Now, you come here and choose your province. This is if you know the exact school you want to go to. Is it in Ontario? Is it in Alberta? You choose that province. Then you also choose, type in the name of the school, that is if you know it, but let's assume we have searched for it. Now look at this school, A1 Global College of Health, Business and Technology. It has a DLI number, but offer postgraduate work permit eligible programs? No. So if you go to the school, you're not going to get your postgraduate work permit. Okay, so as an international student, there is no need applying to the school if you plan to stay back after your education. All right, let's just go to page 52 now. Look at this school, York University. Now, York Construction Academy is a no. York University, that's a DLI number, and it is a yes. So you need to check this out before you apply to any school. So remember, we are looking at the most important things you must consider before you start your application process. All right. Now, the next thing is check your WES evaluation IGPA. Calculate your IGPA or your GPA before you go further. You need to understand your performance. Now, there are some A+ school, B+ school. If you calculate this and you are not in the A+ category, just apply to schools based on the evaluation of your performance. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that as well, and the link will also be underneath this place, or you can just Google the WES calculator, but use the link if you don't want to go through all that stress. So paste the link on your Chrome browser or any browser you're using really, then click on Start Now. So it brings you to this place, WES IGPA calculator, calculate your GPA in minutes. Now click on Start Now. For you to achieve this, you need your transcript. Without your transcript, you cannot achieve this. So I have a sample transcript here. Okay, so I'm not going to really do all this because it takes time. So these are things you should get committed to, put yourself together and doing this. So let's just say family name is West, first name is Rodina, what's your country of residence is Nigeria, or you can just use the drop-down list. Email, I'm going to use bouncebackhub@gmail.com. Okay, write that email again, bouncebackhub@gmail.com. All right. I mean, if you want to subscribe to this newsletter, but I don't want to, then you click on continue. It takes you to the next page, which is page 2. All right. Now in page 2, your degree name, bachelor's degree, etc., the institution, University of Abuja, select country of education, Nigeria as well. Okay. Then, so now you are using your own information, of course. Now select the appropriate grading scale. For Nigeria, we use A to F. So you select that. And how many years of study have you completed? 4 years. Then I agree to the terms of use. Then you click continue. Now, step 3 is where the work is. And you will only understand step 3 if you have your transcript, if you know what the transcript looks like. So course title, you're going to put your last 2 years course, your last 2 years information. So if you did a 4 years course, your 3rd year and the 4th year information. If you did a 5 years course, your 4th year and the 5th year information. So enter course title. 3rd year, 1st semester, let's see, 3rd year. So FEC 222, enter the credit. There is credit in here is 3, and that the grade is a D, then you add a course. You just keep going on and on and on. You keep adding until you have added all, your courses in your 3rd year and the 4th year. And when you're done, you calculate your GPA. All right, that's some kind of work, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Okay, so that is how to calculate that. Now, the 3rd thing you must look out for if you want a scholarship. Now, this is not just for anybody that wants to do masters in Canada. If you want a scholarship, go for thesis-based scholarship, not course or class-based. Don't go for just a normal masters where you sit down in the class and you're being taught. You need to go for a thesis-based scholarship. A thesis-based, in most cases, I feel in all cases, needs you to have a supervisor. Most course-based are not funded programs. If it is not stated, ask, is this course funded, fully funded, partially funded, or not? All right, so you're going for a thesis-based scholarship. Thesis-based, most of them are either teaching assistants, you're going to be a teaching assistant and you're researching with your supervisor. And in most cases, that supervisor who is needing an assistant or who is needing a research mate, is the one actually financing for your scholarship. All right, so thesis-based scholarship are mostly funded and you always need a supervisor. So if you have applied for a thesis-based program and you didn't search for a supervisor before you started, chances are you're not going to get that admission because the school is going to be wondering, what are you coming to do? Who are you doing your thesis with? Who are you doing your research with? Without a supervisor, there is nothing to do. So if your admission was not granted because you do not have a supervisor, or you do not have a supervisor and your admission wasn't given to you, don't feel bad that I'm not going to try this Canada thing again. Why didn't I get the admission? You're feeling bad. No, you need a supervisor before you even apply. All right. So for those of you that have tried before and you have failed, this might be the reason you didn't get a supervisor. Now, also choose a 2-year program. It is usually more affordable. Like if a 1-year program is a £20,000 or a £15,000, a 2-year program is going to be about 8,000, and you have to pay that like twice. Do you understand? So if a 1-year program is 16,000, a 2 years will be 8,000 per annum. So it gives you time to, extend your liabilities if you're not going to be getting a scholarship or if you're going to be using student loans. Because sincerely, I must say this, not everybody might get a scholarship because of their performance. Right? Scholarship most of the time, though not all the time, is for some kind of exceptional performance. Okay, but if you can still prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are a best fit for the scholarship, most of the times you tend to get it. All right. So if you're going to be using a student loan, you might want to go for a 2-year program. And another reason why you should go for a 2-year program, because it gives you a longer postgraduate work permit. So you can stay longer when your course duration is longer. Okay, now since you must consider number 4, go for a program that aligns with either your educational background or your work experience. Now, your educational background, you studied, let's say you studied law, and your work experience, you are doing something also related to that. Your master's program should be related to this. Now, this is not all because of the admission process, irrespective of the fact that you get the admission. You also need to consider the visa, the consular who will give you the visa. They need to see that truly you are going to school to study. So if you now do a BSc in law and you want to do a master's in medicine, and all through your work time you have been doing something else that is not related, chances are that you might not get your visa. So remain in your field. Okay, like I have a BSc in information technology, and for the years, I have been in the digital marketing space. I've done a lot in digital marketing. I do graphics, I do all that. So I can do a course related to the IT sector, because it is both connected to my work experience and my degree. But most people studied something in school and you have been working in a totally different field, all right, for years. It's either you choose that thing you've been working on or what you studied in school. Don't choose anything out of it so that you'll be able to defend your course, okay? So now when you're looking for the course list, you go to the school website, check both course list or the sub-course list for your preferred choice, and learn to be flexible with your course option, okay? Look for themes or other courses related to your choice course, right? So be flexible with your options in the IT world, the IT sector. There are so many courses. So you must not say, I must do masters in information technology. There are so many things you can do. You can do cybersecurity, data science, graphics, digital marketing. I mean, there are so many, really, so you can choose a course that is similarly related to your particular choice of study. So be flexible while you're doing that search. Now, another thing you must consider is the program duration. To qualify for a postgraduate work permit, the duration of the program must be 6 months and above. So if you just do a short course of 3 months, and you feel you're going to get your postgraduate work permit, you are not qualified. So any program less than 8 months does not qualify you to stay back and to work. Okay, so you must do a program that is above 8 months. Remember, my recommendation is a 2 years postgraduate program, right? Now check the funding policy. Is this course funded? Is it partially funded? Is it fully funded? Most of the time, it is not even stated that it is funded or not. But when you go to the funding, let's say the cost is 6,000 Canadian dollars. The cost is 6,000 Canadian dollars, for example, and the funding available is 18,000 US dollars. Is that fully or partial funding? That's excessive funding. For me, it's not partial, neither is it full. It's excessive because they're giving you more than your tuition. Okay, so you don't need them to now state that this is fully funded or not. You've already seen it that the cost is 6,000, and I'm going to be paying that 6,000 2 times in a year. So 6 times 2 is 12,000. But I'm getting a funding for 18,000 per annum. So after they give me 18,000 this year, they'll still give me 18,000 next year. Of course, remember your performance has to remain top notch. Okay, so you don't need anybody to tell you that this is a full funding or a partial funding. So always compare the funding amount with the tuition cost. All right, and that is usually the case for Canada. The funding amount is always higher than the tuition cost. All right, now also check if there's an IELTS waiver and the acceptance rate for international students, not just acceptance rate for the school, but for international students, okay? Now check, some schools require IELTS. If you don't have that, you skip it. I really don't know why people are afraid of doing IELTS, right? But if you have it, that's fine. But if you don't, no point going to apply to a school that requires it. So check if the school requires that, or not. Don't waste your time with schools that don't have high acceptance rate for international students unless you are really exceptional. I'm sure you should know if you are exceptional or not. Not like you must be, you know what I mean. Okay, so apply to minimum 5 schools. You can apply to 10 schools, just push it out there, and whatever comes out, you can have more options to choose from. Okay, so check the acceptance rate. If it's really low, you might want to skip that and go to the one that has a great acceptance rate. Now, there are different types of scholarship. They have the school-based and the program-based scholarship. School-based scholarship is the scholarship that the school gives, okay? But the program-based is the particular program, the course, the department. Departmental scholarship is a program-based. So don't just check the school website, also go to your departmental website to check if they have scholarship there. Now, can you get the both scholarships, both from the school and from the program? Yes, you can. All right. So check all those options and all that. Now, with this, searching for a school, I mean, Google just makes a lot of things easy for us. You can Google it and say schools that do this course in Canada, and you're going to see a whole lot of them. Use your DLI list to check if the school is approved, and now check also if it has a high acceptance rate. Just use all this to know if it is truly, what you want or if it fits to your criteria and all that. Now, the entire process of getting a scholarship, in summary: search for a school that has all the above criteria. Now, secure a scholarship. Develop a scholarship CV, develop a personal statement, apply to a school to secure a scholarship, then apply for a student visa. This is the summary of all you need to be doing to get a scholarship. And sincerely speaking, these processes are easy. Sometimes you need a guide, sometimes you can do it all by yourself, okay? Now, before now in Apakari, we have a package where we take all the stress off you. Just tell us what you want, give us your transcript, give us all your documentation, and we do it for you. But we don't do that anymore because the rate at which people want to leave the country in this year, 2022, has really increased. Right from 2021, we have been experiencing a lot of traffic, so I mean, searching for a school is a lot of work already for one person. So if you have up to 5 people walking into your office every day, we can't do this for everybody. When we used to do it as a service, when we used to offer it as a service, we charge 500,000 naira to do this whole thing for you, not to teach you how to do it. We do it for you. But because the traffic has become crazy, we now decided to develop a course that will show you how to search for a school, how to secure a supervisor, how to develop your CV, how to write your personal statement, how to apply for a school, how to secure a scholarship. All right. Now, this course has all that. It doesn't show you how to apply for a student visa, but that is why we've now included the guide to the course. So you're doing it yourself, but we're guiding you. Where you're stuck, we guide you. We show you, okay, this is what you need to do now. When your admission letter comes out, we show you what to do next. We guide you. So we developed that course, and the steps are honestly easy as it sounds, but irrespective, a lot of people will definitely need assistance with this. So like I said, before traffic became unbearable, we normally offer a do it for you service for 500,000, but we don't do it anywhere. We don't do it anymore because of the pressure. It's time consuming. You accept one client today, and while you're trying to fix that, the second client has come, the third client has come, and they're calling you, have you done my admission and all that? So it became crazy. And it's very easy for us in this country to start calling people scam. I paid her 500,000. She said she'll get me a scholarship. She's this, she's that. So we don't want that anymore. Okay. So reason why we have created a do it yourself course, and we have now also added to it a do it with you assistance. Okay. So we are assisting you by doing it with you. You're doing it yourself, but we are there to do it with you, to assist you all the way. Okay. So in the 2 weeks, do it yourself and guided assistance course, you will learn how to secure a master's program admission in Canada, and also secure a scholarship. In summary, no bluff, very short videos, brief and straight to the point. Okay. So will not be, I mean, some of the videos are short as 4 minutes, 3 minutes video, so simple and straight to the course, plus guiding you throughout the entire process. So how many of you are going to be interested in this? How many of you are going to be interested in this? I definitely know you all are interested. Now, this course from Tuesday, if you're watching this video after Tuesday, the 19th of April, it is available. It is a plug and play. Just go there, tap and watch the videos. And of course, paying for this course gives you access to our guided WhatsApp group, where we guide you and assist you on, whenever you're stuck, whenever you're confused on what to do next. Now, if you ask questions that shows you have not watched the video, we're going to refer you back to the video, because it's important you know what you got to do and just allow us to assist you. So don't just come and say, okay, I want you to do this. Don't make it a do it for you. It is a do-it-yourself with our assistance. So what we can assist you with is you have watched the video on how you can develop your CV, and you develop it and send it to us. We look at it, we work on it, we did it. Do you understand? So that's the kind of guided assistance you get, not to tell me, okay, can you help me develop my CV? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, guys. All right. So it's gonna, if you're watching this video after the 19th of April, then the course is available as a plug and play. Okay, so we have seen people sell this kind of courses for 500,000 naira, and this is basically what we charge if we're taking the entire stress off you. This is what we charge as at 2021. Okay, 2021, 2022. This is what we take if we're doing it all for you. So this is not what you're going to pay if you want to do it yourself. So, but you won't get it for 500,000, nor are you going to get it for 400,000, and you are definitely not even going to get it for 200,000 or 100,000. No, you don't have to pay all this to get access to this course. We want to see you make progress. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you go to Canada. All right. You know, I get people ask me this question. He said, but if you know so much, why are you still in this country? You know, so we all have our different needs and wants. I know one day I'll just take that bull by the horn and get the hell out. All right. But for now, I'm here. Get the hell out. Okay. I shouldn't have said that word. But whatever it is, I'm still here. And I know I will still, I mean, I prefer to travel and return, but maybe just one day we will now travel and not return. Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's go right into it. So we can grab this unique and special offer for 50,000 naira only. For 50,000 naira only, you can grab this offer, and it is usually a limited offer. Sometimes we have to pull out those videos online because we've had a lot of people. So the earlier you grab this, the better. And of course, it depends on the deadline. Those that want to leave this year, or those that want to leave early next year, January next year. Some application deadlines are closed for September, but some schools are still taking the application, you know. So that's another thing you need to check, the deadline. Don't apply for a term that the deadline has already passed. Okay, so you can grab this for 50,000. Now, a special gift for those that pay tonight. You get a one-on-one phone or virtual counseling sessions. We can discuss your unique needs. Now, why did I include this? Because it's not everybody truly that really needs to go to school. There are other routes. So by the time you pay the 50,000, but by the time we discuss and say it's not really school that you want, maybe what you really need is a job, because some people have a BSc, they have a master's. Why go for another master's? You know, you might want to do a PhD, but if you're not really an academical person, why do it? Why go for master's? Why? You know, so talking with you, having this phone call or virtual counseling session will help us to understand better what your needs are, what exactly you need, what exactly you want. Because for some people, it's just to get a job, you know, for you. You can get a caregiver job, a farm supervisor job, a construction job. You know, you can work in so many places. There is need for your service. So instead of just spending the time going to school that you know you don't like school, you're not a school person, you know. So yeah, that's what this special gift is for, and that's just for those that pay tonight. All right. So if you're paying after the 18th of April, you might not be qualified for this. All right. So that's it. That's it. And those of you that have access to the WhatsApp group, you can ask me questions anytime from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just come right in, drop your questions. It's either I'm there to answer or somebody from my team is there to respond to you. Okay, the number that I use now, these are privileges that people on this paid course get. My phone number on the WhatsApp group is a phone number. In fact, it is my direct line. Yeah, that is how nice I can be, guys. It's my direct line. So you can private chat me, between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. I'm going to reply you immediately if I see it immediately, or I'll come back to it and respond to you. I usually have crazy messages on my phone from a lot of people. Trust me. Crazy, yeah? But I'm going to respond to you when I see it. Okay, but it's better when you are on the group, because I have my team members on the group making sure that your questions are being answered. Okay, so if you want to sign up for this course, the link is below this video. The link is somewhere around I think it's below the video. Just click sign up, and I'm gonna see you in class. And again, I'll also see you in Canada when I come visiting. I'll probably come have lunch with you guys. All right, thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. And bye for now. Bye.